What's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Another beautiful day to be alive, to be here on planet Earth with another day of opportunity to be better than you were the day before. Today, I want to talk about something that I haven't really necessarily talked about yet. But if you click on my channel page and look at my description, it's the first word I put on there, and that is God. I have a very complicated relationship with God. I mean, I don't know if it's very complicated. I feel like it's probably a very common relationship, honestly. Uh, and I don't even know how to begin talking about it. So I guess I'll just start with my story a little bit. So I don't know if you're religious or not. I would like to view myself as religious, but I'm not there yet, but I want to be. It all started probably about 2 years ago, I would say. After a lifetime, not a lifetime, but probably after like 13, 14 years old, I used to pray to God a lot in my younger years. Wasn't really religious, but I used to pray to God and talk to Him, and mainly was just asking for things. Like I know probably a lot of us do, but I at least talked to Him. And then somewhere in, I don't know, high school, I stopped talking to God. And as time went on in college, I started to really just believe I was atheist and that anyone who thought there was a God is just illogical because of evolution, because we live in a simulation. Religion can't be real. There's 1,000 different religions. All these things just made me laugh at the fact that people were religious. And I mocked people in my own head who thought there was a God. And I would try to convince people there wasn't. And then probably about 2 years ago, I don't know what exactly it was. I know it's around the time when I realized I was going to be a father. I don't know if that specifically is the event that made me be more attracted to the idea of religion, or maybe it was just life itself as I've grown up and seen the world evolve around me and all of the ungodly things that occur and how people act, how people talk to each other, things we do, content online, just everything is just so opposite of what religion is. And I kind of started getting sick of that. But that wasn't the factor that made me start to think about it. But that definitely ended up being a factor when the seed was planted in my mind. But yeah, right about 2 years ago, I just started to see signs where it felt like God was trying to talk to me or get me to come back to Him. And I can't, exactly remember what those signs were. I just know there were multiple small ones that planted a seed in my mind of God. And when I say God, I mean Jesus. I mean Christianity. And then one day, after, I was finding it strange that I kept running into situation where, God just came up, or these signs I was seeing. One day I was just in my apartment doing something on my computer, and all of a sudden I heard something fall in the closet. And my closet is to the right of me. and I heard something hit the ground, so I walked in there, and what fell on the ground was a book I bought probably when these signs started, and it was a 5-minute Bible. Like a 5-minute Bible. It's like read one page per day. It's something with the scripture, but this 5-minute Bible, just I didn't even know I had it at this point. I didn't even know it was in my room or in my closet. I had no idea, but I did have a stack of books in my closet, and that book fell off. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm having all these signs, then this happens. I feel like I need to talk to him. And from that point on, I did make it. I started reading that. I downloaded, like the Holy Bible app. I started reading those things. I started to pray again. There's also at the time things in my life that I wanted to change as I prepared for fatherhood. And I did that, and I wanted to start going to church. I never ended up starting to go. Then life goes on. I forget about it. Months pass. Haven't talked to him. I start to feel bad. I start talking to him again. Feel better. Forget to talk to him. Months go on. Feel bad. Things are happening around me. Want to talk to him again. I do. Stop talking. And just the cycle has kind of repeated itself for 2 years. And I will say each time that I kind of start again, I am growing and learning a little bit more, but I wish I could just snap my finger and fully give my life to Jesus and live in the best way I can by his word. I made it a goal to read the Bible this year, and I haven't done it. I've read portions of it, not enough to fully understand anything. But that's something I really want to do, and right now in my life, I feel like he's calling me again. I just feel like I need him, and I want to live a life with his word and live the best life I can up to that. Of course, we all fall short. We're all sinners. We all have temptations that the Bible and his word help with, which is why it's also so powerful. Um, but I don't know exactly what's holding me back from fully just diving in. And, a lot of it, I think, is just the logical mind. The logical mind, or just my mind, maybe not even logical, but just my mind doesn't want to believe it's true. My heart does. My heart wants to believe, and my heart believes, but I can't get my mind there. My mind just doesn't understand how this creator could forgive us for everything that we've done wrong in our lives and still love us the same. And all of the things that we worry about and stress about don't matter because we just give it to him. And it's hard to comprehend in the mind. My heart believes it. And it's a battle. It's a battle between the two. I mean, we live in such an age of wickedness, as the Bible would say, and an age of so much information and theories, and maybe we think we're too smart for our own good, where faith is much harder than maybe it once was. But I want to give it a full chance and have that faith, because that's what it is. It's not listening to your mind and having the faith that the Bible is the Word and the Bible is truth. So today, before this morning actually, I decided I wanted to listen to this church podcast I listened to and stopped for a while, but I wanted to play the last episode. I was like, I need to play the most recent episode. I want to listen to it. Something's telling me to listen to it. And at the end of it, it described exactly what I'm saying right now, where our minds fight believing in God, but you have to give it a chance. You have to, it all starts in the heart. It all starts with faith. And the only way to grow is by walking in it. And I want to continue walking in it. I think living a God-fearing life, just a life with God as your mentor, your best friend, your inspiration, is a life that is beautifully had. And a life without it can be chaos, can be reckless. Who knows what you could fall into. But yeah, I struggle. I struggle because of my mind. But I know my heart is good, and my heart has good intention and wants to do it. So I imagine a lot of you maybe also have been tossing and turning with the idea of belief and faith. So yeah, I mean, as this channel continues, I put God in my description as the first thing, because that's the life I want to live. That's the life I want to lead. And it's time I start doing that more. So yeah, we have I have some exciting things coming up that I'm going to do as I continue this growth on this channel. A lot of what I've talked about, whenever I do these videos, I just set up a camera and just yap. I don't even know what I'm going to say. I don't plan anything. I just set the camera up and talk to it. And a lot that comes out are just realizations for myself too. Like, I learn a lot about myself and what my mind thinks by talking to you, talking to this camera. And something that has seemed to always come up on these videos is, my dopamine inadequacies and how much I try to escape via quick dopamine hits, like phone usage. So I have an idea for the next month. I'm going to do a dopamine detox and kind of document the journey. And I think I'm going to also add God into the mix and reading the Bible. So yeah, that's the video today. If you're not religious at all, like, I totally get it. I wasn't really either. But when you look around in the world and see just how far away we've gotten from it, it's sad. And I think religion is a good thing. But everyone gets there differently. So if you're watching this video, you made it to the end. I pray for you. Pray we all prosper and get closer to God each and every day. that we all may thrive. All right, that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Happy Sunday. Peace.